focused on the obvious. It is evident that today's generation is obsessed with how they are and how they are viewed by their peers. The popularity and status that comes with feeling viewed and liked is enough to affect a person's self-esteem. The problem statement is the challenge presented to this generation when recognizing whether the number of likes a person gets affects what they choose to post and/or the way this influences a person's self-view. The purpose of this study was to determine if likes affect what people post online, specifically on the social media app Instagram. Some of our questions were: how many likes do people prefer to get on a single post? Do they feel more confident and worthy when they get a certain amount of likes? Do likes affect what users post? Overall, we want to see if the number of likes a person gets on a post will determine what they post in the future and how that could affect their self-esteem.
In a research study done by Vogel, Rose, Roberts, and Eccles, the results revealed that the participants' state self-esteem and relative self-evaluations were lower when the target person's profile contained upward comparison information, for example, a high-activity social network or healthy habits, than when the target person's profile contained downward comparison information, for example, a low-activity social network or unhealthy habits. Secondly, as people are increasingly relying on SNSs for a variety of everyday tasks, they risk overexposure to upward social comparison information that may have a cumulative detrimental impact on well-being.
For our methodology section, we had a pretty easy process. I broke our steps down into 3 categories as shown in the slide. The categories are to first decide on participants, second, create our survey using Google Forms, and third step was to send out the survey to our friends. I further broke down each category to help understand. When deciding on participants, my group first chose our age range. For our study on social media, we thought college students would be the people to answer truthfully and actually have a presence on social media. The specific ages of the participants ranged from 18 to 34, a typical age group for those in college. Participants were also selected to be friends or people that we knew from classes, meaning that they were enrolled in college. The next category to be broken further down is creating our survey using Google Forms. As a group, we chose to use Google Forms because it was easy to create and share our survey. When opening the survey, participants were told that the research was about, how long it would take, and a simple thank you for agreeing to take the survey. The survey asked roughly 7 questions. The questions were either multiple choice or open-ended. The questions were: what is your age? Gender? Do you have an Instagram? How many likes do you prefer to get on a single Instagram post? How many Instagram followers do you have? What is a rough estimate of the number of likes you get on an Instagram post? Is it discouraging to see a friend receive more likes on a post than you? If yes, why? Do you feel more confident receiving more likes on the post? What factors your influence? Explain these factors and why you feel more or less confident. Do you delete a post if it doesn't receive your desired number of likes? Explain why or why not. Do you feel that the number of likes you get on a post influences what you post? If the question was open-ended, the participants were asked to explain their answers so that we could understand their thought process. I am now going to break down the category of sending out the survey to friends. We first decided we would send out our survey through a link sent by text. We created a text that we sent along with our survey. The text said, "Hello, I am in the iGeneration class, and for this class, we have a group research study as our last project. I was wondering if you would take a few minutes to answer some of the survey questions pertaining to our topic. We hope to have all the results by Sunday, April 26th. Thank you." To get a sample size of at least 15 people, our group decided to send out our link and text to a minimum of 5 people. We ended up with 27 responses.
Here are our demographics. We had 27 participants, 26 were aged 18 to 24, and 1 participant was 25 to 34. We had 10 male participants, 16 female participants, and 1 who preferred not to say. We asked our participants how many likes they prefer to get on a single post, and we also asked them roughly how many likes they tend to get on their posts. As you can see, our 2 lowest ranges were less preferred by people, and the higher ranges were more preferred. The range 200 to 300 for preferred number of likes was surprisingly low, and it went back up for the 300 plus range. The number of likes a person prefers to get will also depend on the number of followers they have, so that could have been the reason 200 to 300 was so low. But overall, you can see that people tend to want more likes than they actually get. We also asked our participants if they feel as though likes influence what they post to Instagram, and it was a 60-40 split. 16 said no, and 11 said yes. For the additional results, we had our participants explain why they felt the way they did about their answers. For the first question, is it discouraging to see a friend receive more likes on a post than you? 18 said yes and 9 said no. Some of those who said yes explained that it is hard not to compare themselves to their friends, and it makes them wonder if they are good enough. For the next question, do you feel more confident when receiving more likes on a post? We got the same results, 18 yes and 9 no. Those who said yes said they feel like people like them more and are showing interest in them. Those who said no stated that it wasn't that big of a deal to them. As for our last question, do you delete a post if it does not receive your desired number of likes? Only 2 said yes and 25 said no. Those who said yes said they will delete it if it doesn't have enough likes and if they just don't love the picture. Everyone else who said no basically just said that they don't really care that much about it. Overall, we discovered that people don't always base their social media content on how many likes they will receive, although some of their answers did show that likes definitely affect them in some way. We found that confidence and self-esteem play a huge role in people's social media use. So we wanted to include some of our results, and here's what some of our participants had to say. One says, "I think likes have become a type of validation a lot of people seek. When I get more likes, I get a boost of confidence, but if I post a picture that I think is great and not get as many likes, I still feel confident." Another says,
I feel more confident when I get a lot of likes because it shows that people show interest in me, and it feels really good to know that.
The study of how likes affect posts, particularly on the social media app Instagram, has presented information tied to the number of likes an individual gets on a post and a boost in their self-esteem. 66.6% that said that a higher number of likes on an Instagram post makes them feel more confident. Some individuals even elaborated, saying they felt this was a normal feeling to have and believe many people would feel the same way. Also, 70.3% of people that took this survey also said they prefer to get at least 100 likes per post, with 29.6% of that 70.3% actually having the desire to receive more than 300. However, even with these numbers, it is shocking to see that only about 40% say that likes actually affect what they post to their accounts. These findings express a lack of connection for people between these ideas. It would be expected that if 66% value the number of likes they receive, being that it provides validation, and about 30% want more than 300 likes with each post, they would
then, before posting a picture, consider the number of likes it is likely to get, deciding whether to post the picture or not only after this consideration.
While shocking, these findings are limited by the fact that only 27 individuals took the survey, being a minuscule fraction of the number of people that actually have an Instagram account. It also only takes into consideration a limited age group, 18 to 24 and 25 to 34, with only 3.7% lying between the 25 and 34 age range. People of all ages, from middle school children to retired adults, have Instagram, making these results limited to a small group. However, the idea that likes do affect self-esteem and confidence is also shown within other research done. For example, in the research study, Let Me Take Another Selfie, further examination of the relation between narcissism, self-perception, and Instagram posts. The results showed connection between post activity, referring to the number of comments and likes, and self-perception, and gaining confidence when getting a higher number of likes per post. Moving forward with further research studies can focus more on the idea of whether individuals are able to recognize for themselves that likes may be affecting how they post or what they post. The conclusion. This study was conducted to determine if likes affect what people post online, specifically on the social media app Instagram. How many likes do people prefer to get on a single post? Do they feel more confident and worthy when receiving more likes on a single post? Do likes affect what users post? We wanted to see if the number of likes a person gets on a post will determine what they post in the future and how it affects their self-esteem. In the study, we found that individuals did have a boost in confidence when receiving higher numbers of likes. However, even when desiring a particular number of likes per post and having a better self-perception, most didn't believe likes affected what they would post in the future. The study has further contributed to research studies supporting the idea that social media likes contribute to higher self-perception and esteem. Due to the limited age group and participants, future studies should have a broader number of people take the survey with a larger age range.
Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Psychological needs are met, specifically containing self-esteem, confidence, achievement, respect of others, and respect by others. Lastly, belonging and love needs are also met, containing intimate relationships and friends.